Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. This person wants to address several serious concerns regarding the employment practices at Scotty's Fresh Market. They're saying that multiple employees have reported experiences they believe constitute wrongful termination. Staff members have indicated that this particular chef has at times engaged in conduct that created a hostile working environment, including making inappropriate personal advances and allegedly collaborated with customers to spread misinformation that contributed to staff being dismissed. Okay, one employee reported a harassment complaint that was dismissed within 3 business days, raising serious concerns about the retaliation and the absence of a proper investigation. That's page 1. Let me go to page 2. Additionally, it has been reported that this particular manager regularly speaks to employees in a disrespectful manner and manages staff in a way that suggests ownership over the establishment. Okay, ownership over the establishment, even though these actions may exceed acceptable workplace standards. Several individuals have stated that they were terminated without prior warnings, without a clear explanation, and without any documented performance issues. Further, these are concerns that also include allegations of verbal abuse by a chef there, unpaid overtime hours, and the unfair assignment of blame to staff for issues related to stock levels, food sales, raw product quality, portion sizes, and pricing. When customers raised concerns about these matters, management reportedly dismissed the feedback by referencing their educational background and asserting that customers should not question how the business is run. Let's go to page 3. There's also an audio recording from a staff meeting where management was unable to provide a valid reason for an employee's dismissal despite referencing alleged customer complaints. It is important to note that no witnesses were present in this meeting, leaving the recording as the only evidence of the exchange. Some employees have sought assistance from the Labor Office. However, they were informed that no action could be taken because the business is owned by a political figure. I asked who it is, and they declined in telling me who it is, okay? These circumstances raise a critical question. Should employees be subjected to unfair treatment, retaliation for legitimate complaints, or termination without reasonable cause simply because the company is politically connected? And it ends there. That's how it ends. And this particular 3-part blog is about the employment practices at Scotty's Fresh Market. Okay, I'll do my Google search and see where about it is in Barbados. And that's it for this. Please make your comments in the comment section. If you know who one of the chefs are, if you know who the managers are, maybe you have a flavor of what's going on. But this particular blogger did not want to give the name of the political connection, but they did give Scotty's Fresh Market. You do know that, and you know that a chef and a manager is involved in the serious practices, the employment practices that make people feel really uncomfortable, especially when they are not heard. You have a complaint and you're not heard, and something happens in 3 days. In 3 days? Now, come on now. So something needs to happen. I would suggest that employees, when they're not happy with what's going on in a business, They get together in a chat, in a WhatsApp chat, and you have to make a decision. Close it down. Close it down. This is Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.